Have you ever thought about like all those little sounds you hear every day? Like little clicks and beeps and things, stuff you don't even really notice most of the time?
Yeah.
Like the click when you turn on your car's blinker, or like, the little hum from electronics. I mean, those sounds, they're everywhere.
Right.
They're powered by these things called electromagnetic buzzers. And they're becoming more and more common, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's funny, isn't it? Like, they're all over the place, but you kind of never think about them.
Yeah.
But then you look at the research and you see this market, it's like huge and growing. Kind of surprising in a way, you know?
Yeah, totally. For today's deep dive, we're looking at a report from Cognitive Market Research. It just came out in January 2025, and it gives us a really detailed look at the electromagnetic buzzers market. Where it is right now and where it's going, it's pretty interesting stuff.
Okay.
We're talking some serious growth here. The report projects that the market will jump from $1.55 billion dollars in 2025 to $2.46 billion dollars by 2033. And that's with a constant annual growth rate of 6%.
That's pretty impressive, that steady growth, like 6% consistently. It really shows you how much we need these little devices in all sorts of different industries.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Automotive safety, all those consumer electronics we use every day,
Mm-hmm.
and all the signaling that has to go on in industrial equipment. It all relies on sound, on buzzers.
And it's not just about using them in more things.
Right.
The report says that like a big part of this growth is coming from, innovation. We're seeing better buzzers all the time. They're more energy efficient. They sound better and they're getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
And then you've got all this automation happening in industries, plus tons of new smart devices popping up all over the place. So that's all contributing to this market explosion.
Yeah, it's fascinating stuff.
So today we're going to dive deep into this market. We're going to see who the big players are, what makes them so successful. We'll also take a look at those companies that are up and coming, and we'll try to figure out what it takes for newcomers to break into this market.
That sounds great. So just to start off, for those people who might not be, total experts on electromagnetic buzzers, could you maybe explain what they are?
Sure, yeah.
I mean, how do they work and why are they so important?
Okay, so an electromagnetic buzzer, basically it's pretty simple. It makes a sound by vibrating a tiny diaphragm using an electromagnetic field. It's like a miniature loudspeaker, but it's designed more for like signals and alerts than for playing music or something.
Okay.
They're kind of like the unsung heroes of the sound world, They're in everything, your microwave to, complex control systems and factories and all sorts of things.
So when we're looking at all these companies that make buzzers, how do we figure out who's doing well and who's got potential?
Yeah.
What are the things we should be looking at?
The report gives us some key performance indicators, or KPIs, and those help us, understand the competition. The biggest one is revenue and market share. That tells you how financially strong a company is and how much of the market they control.
That makes sense. You look at the money to see who's on top. But, I mean, it's not just about what they're selling right now, right?
Mhm.
What else do we look at?
Yeah, absolutely. Their product portfolio is really important, like what kinds of buzzers do they offer? What features do they have?
Right.
What are their specifications? Like, how loud are they? How much energy do they use? How big are they? And can they easily be used in different products?
Sure.
Then we got to look at technological innovation. Are these companies coming up with new, better buzzer tech? Are they pushing the boundaries? Like making buzzers that sound amazing, use barely any power, or are tiny enough to fit in like the smallest gadgets.
Yeah.
The report highlighted advancements like piezoelectric technology, which makes buzzers even more efficient, and designs that focus on low power consumption. Those are really important.
Pretty cool. Like even a simple thing like a buzzer, it keeps getting better thanks to all this technology.
Yeah.
So what else do we consider when we're comparing these companies?
Well, global presence is a big one. Can a company sell its stuff all over the world? Do they have, the infrastructure for that? And can they grow their market share in different regions? Having a global reach definitely opens up more opportunities.
That makes sense. Reach more customers, sell more buzzers. What else?
Then there's their investment in R&D, research and development. Are they spending money to come up with new ideas and innovations? That's a good sign that they're thinking about the future. And finally, we look at strategic partnerships and collaborations.
Okay.
Are they working with other companies? like, electronics manufacturers or
Sure.
distributors
Yeah.
to, reach more customers and make their products even better.
So by looking at all these different things, we can really understand these companies and what makes them successful.
Yeah.
So tell me, who are the top dogs in the electromagnetic buzzer market right now, according to the report?
Okay, so cognitive market research says the top 5 companies are Murata Manufacturing, TDK Corporation, Tower Manufacturing, RDI USA, and Soberton.
Okay, so those are the big five.
Yep.
Let's start with Murata Manufacturing. What do they do?
So Murata Manufacturing, they're considered a global leader in this market. They're really well known for the high quality and reliability of their components. Like, their stuff just works. In 2023, they had a total sales of $12.8 billion. And get this, their electromagnetic buzzers segment brought in $1.6 billion of that.
Wow.
Yeah, that gave them a market share of 15%.
That's a pretty big chunk of the market. So what's their secret? Why are they so successful?
The report says they have a few key strengths. First of all, their buzzers are known for being small, using very little power and sounding really good. Plus, they're constantly investing in R&D, and they have super advanced manufacturing processes. And get this, in 2023, they launched a new line of miniaturized buzzers specifically for wearables.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, smart move, right? Wearables are getting more and more popular.
Yeah, definitely.
They're also really focused on sustainability in their production, which is becoming more and more important for a lot of companies.
Yeah.
And they've been partnering up with big car manufacturers, which is a huge market for buzzers.
So they're doing a lot of things right.
Yeah, they're really hitting all the right notes.
Okay, so next up we have TDK Corporation. What about them?
So TDK Corporation is another big name in electronics, and they're doing really well in the buzzers market. In 2023, their revenue was $13.4 billion,
Okay.
and $1.1 billion of that came from electromagnetic buzzers. That gives them a market share of 12%.
So they're right up there with Murata.
Mm.
What makes TDK stand out?
Well, the report points to a few things. They're known for making buzzers that are very thin, don't use a lot of power, and put out a really strong sound.
Okay.
And last year, they launched waterproof buzzers, which opens up a lot of new possibilities, especially for outdoor and industrial uses. They've also been investing heavily in AI-driven manufacturing to make their production even more efficient and high quality.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And just like Murata, they're working with some of the biggest electronics manufacturers worldwide.
So it seems like both Murata and TDK are using these strategic partnerships to really grow their business. It shows you how important it is to, get your products out there in front of the right people.
Absolutely. Okay, so moving on to the next company in the top 5, we have Tower Manufacturing.
Tower Manufacturing, okay.
They're known for being reliable and cost-effective, so, they offer solid solutions at good prices. In 2023, their revenue was $5.2 billion, with $650 million of that coming from buzzers.
All right, so maybe they're focusing more on, offering custom solutions and keeping prices competitive?
That's exactly it. They build their reputation on making buzzers that last a long time, perform consistently, and are easy to integrate into different systems. They've also recently started offering even more energy-efficient buzzers that have a longer lifespan, which is a big deal because everyone's trying to be more sustainable.
Makes sense.
They also have factories all over the world, which helps them deliver products quickly and support their customers no matter where they are.
So reliability and customization. That sounds like a really good strategy, especially for industrial applications where you need things to just work and work well for a long time. So who's next on the list?
We have RDI USA. They're a key player that's known for making really high-quality acoustic components and being innovative. Last year, they had sales of $4.8 billion, with $580 million coming from their buzzers. Their buzzers are known for being compact, tough, and having great sound quality.
Okay.
So they're popular for consumer electronics, medical devices, and industrial equipment.
What have they been doing lately in terms of innovation? Anything new?
Yeah, so last year, they released these ultra-thin buzzers, which are perfect for all those portable devices and wearables everyone's using.
Smart move.
Yeah, they're really paying attention to those trends. They've also put in place some very advanced quality control systems to make sure everything they make is top-notch.
That makes sense. Quality is key, especially in those markets.
Right, and they have a strong distribution network and are very focused on keeping their customers happy, so that's definitely helping them succeed.
It's interesting how, even with a simple device like a buzzer, companies are always finding new ways to innovate and adapt to what people need.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so that leaves us with Soberton. What's their story?
Soberton is another big name known for making high-performance acoustic solutions. They do a lot of different things, but last year they made $3.6 billion in total revenue, and $400 million of that came from buzzers. Their products are used in industrial automation, medical devices, and telecommunications, places where sound clarity, durability, and energy efficiency are super important.
So what makes Soberton stand out from the crowd?
Well, they're really big on R&D. They've been developing advanced buzzers that use very little power and have a high frequency response so they can make a wider range of sounds.
Okay.
And in 2023, they came out with these smart buzzers that have IoT connectivity.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they can be used in industrial applications and connect to other devices.
That's pretty cool, seeing how even a simple buzzer can become a smart device. It shows you how technology is changing everything.
Right. And they're committed to sustainability. They have a global presence. They really take care of their customers. They've solidified their position as a top competitor in the market.
So we've talked about the big players. What about the companies that are trying to catch up? The report mentions some potential threats, right?
Right. The report points to a few companies that are really starting to make a name for themselves. They could be serious competition for the top five.
Okay.
We have ISL products from the USA, Huntston Electronics from China, CUI devices also from the USA, Mallory Sonalert, another US company, and King State Electronics from Taiwan.
Right, and what are these up-and-coming companies doing to compete with the big guys?
Well, ISL products, they're all about making high-quality custom buzzers for all sorts of different applications. They offer tailored solutions, competitive prices, and they're really efficient with their supply chain.
Okay.
Then you have Huntston Electronics. They're taking advantage of China's strong manufacturing capabilities to make cost-effective buzzers that sound great and are built to last. And they're expanding into Europe and North America.
Okay.
CUI devices, they're really focused on innovation. They're making buzzers that use very little power, are super small, and are designed to be energy efficient.
That's smart.
Yeah, they're really targeting that growing demand for energy efficiency.
Right.
And then there's Mallory Sonalert. They're known for making buzzers that are super tough and can handle tough conditions. Their newer products sound even better and last even longer. And finally, King State Electronics. They have a really wide range of buzzers for all sorts of markets, and they're big on R&D and partnerships with global distributors.
So it sounds like these companies are trying different things to succeed. Some are focusing on low costs, some are specializing in certain areas, and some are pushing the boundaries with new technology.
Yeah, it's a dynamic market, and there's a lot of room for companies with good ideas and strategies.
So imagine you're a new company that wants to get into this market. What does the report suggest you do to compete with all these established players?
Okay, so the report has some advice for new entrants. First of all, they really need to focus on technology and offering custom solutions for different industries. They got to make buzzers that stand out. Better energy efficiency, smaller size, awesome sound.
It makes sense. You can't just offer a basic buzzer and expect to succeed.
Exactly. And sustainability is becoming more and more important, so using eco-friendly materials and designs is key. It's also super important to tailor solutions to the specific needs of different industries. Like, you need extra tough buzzers for cars and super reliable ones for medical devices.
Yeah.
And you got to work closely with your customers to really understand what they need. And of course, keeping costs down is crucial if you want to be competitive on price.
That's business 101.
Targeting high-growth regions like Asia-Pacific is a smart move, and finding the right partners in those regions is crucial.
Yeah.
And sustainability, again, that can't be overstated.
So it's not just about the product. It's about understanding your customers, controlling costs, and building the right relationships.
Right. And the report also recommends that new companies partner with R&D organizations, go to industry events to network and make themselves known.
Yeah.
And they got to be really good at marketing. They need to tell everyone why their buzzers are so great.
So, a lot to think about. To wrap up our deep dive today, what are the big takeaways about the electromagnetic buzzer market?
Well, it's clear that this market is growing steadily, and that's because there's more demand from different industries, and technology keeps getting better. The big players are strong, they invest a lot in research and development, and they have a global reach.
Yeah.
But those up-and-coming companies, they're pushing hard with new ideas and strategies. So if you want to win in this market, you got to keep innovating, watch your costs, and work with the right partners. That's true for both the big guys and the new kids on the block.
It's really amazing, isn't it? These tiny little buzzers, they're in so many things. They make our cars safer, our electronics work better, And they're used in all sorts of important equipment. We might not think about them much, but they're everywhere.
Absolutely. And it makes you wonder, with everyone wanting things to be quieter these days, like with noise-canceling headphones and everything, will buzzers have to change? Will they have to become more than just louder or smaller?
Interesting question.
Like, could we start seeing things like haptic feedback, vibrations instead of sounds used more often? Could that become a competitor to buzzers?
It's definitely something to think about. The future of how our devices talk to us might be more than just beeps and clicks. It might be a whole new sensory experience.
Yeah, exactly. So, something to ponder as we go about our day, surrounded by all those little sounds we barely even notice.
Definitely.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It's been fun.
Until next time.
See ya.